My parents in there, probably, you know, I do it for them. My dad, he can't get out the bed, he can't get out the house. You know, I live for him. I DJ for him. I play all that classic shit. I stay true to myself for them. If I do that, then I'll make it. They believed in me, believing in myself. And that's the setup. My producer name is SPENCERXSTEVENS. I'm from Oakland, California, man. Born and raised here. Grew up here 21 years, man. Never lived in any other city. In Oakland, California, you know, you really have to have your own mind in Oakland, California, because it's really easy to get caught up in a lot of bullshit. As long as you have your own mind, you can. I think you can avoid all of that. The Bay Area is home of the indie artists, you know, and just really maintaining and just doing whatever you do and, you know, making that work and making that sell. You know, we do whatever out here. We just it's always cool. It's probably always funky and it always slap for sure, but you know, we always doing something different. My dad was the first person to really admire my first batch of beats, and it was crazy at the time because he really liked the beat that I kind of was like, it had to even grow on me. You know, I was like, he loved it, and I was kind of like, you know, this is cool. You know, like, yeah, this is alright. And I remember back in the day, I used to have this old McDonald little toy, and it had an arrow. People remember because I told somebody else, and they was like, oh yeah, I remember that toy. But it used to spin. It used to spin one way, and if you pushed it back the other way, it kind of rolled. You know, like it was scratching. And that's kind of when I first came in, like I wanted to kind of be a DJ. That's when I was like, man, I want turntables after that point, because, you know, I was scratching the old McDonald, and it was, you know, going backwards, and it just sounded hella clean to me. I first linked up with Youthful Kinfolk back when I first started getting into the music seriously again, when I graduated from high school. My brother Yared Kiflot, he introduced me to Chris and Yared, Sam, and all the other guys. So Youthful Kinfolk, you know, has been a platform for many artists out here in the Bay Area. They've provided many resources. I don't think I would have gotten as much attention on my own. I really make beats, number one, for myself. You know, I don't make them for anybody else but myself. It's, you know, it's pure just, what the fuck, I'ma chill, it's raining outside, nothing to do. It's really free, it's freedom. Creating is freedom. Because nobody can, you know, when you're in the zone, nobody can stop you. It's just like you're a fighter, you know? Like if you're fighting and you're in the zone and you get like you don't feel like the hits and you just adrenaline is just pumping, you know, like that's kind of when I make a beat and it sounds Ascension, all those beats, I felt myself coming to a certain level and a certain point to where I felt like I could not be stopped, and like where every sound was just coming, just every sound I wanted to add, it was just coming. Like I just pressed the key and it was just like, you know, it was just grooving. Everything was just grooving in time, and then just, you know, that's why I chose to make that project, and that's why I chose to name that project Ascension, because every beat that I made on that project, when I was making it, at a certain point I felt myself just out of there. Okay, yeah, the gear that I choose to work with, my MIDI key is my main source in my laptop, Logic 9 and free sound kits and sounds that Logic has in their goddamn fucking sound edits. You know, that's really just all I really use. I go with what I know. I use Logic 9, my keyboard, that's it, you know. I'm really, this is, the MIDI key is, you know, in the Logic, that's, you know, Baby Jesus. That's my next project coming out is trap art with the homie Legendvry. The homie L's is half produced by me and half produced by the homie FB. Coming out this summer. But with this next project, what I was going for really was just, really just, I wanted it to slap, you know, like slap. Like I grew up in Oakland, man. These cars, man, they ride by. They really ride by. You know, you don't see them, but you hear them for sure. I wanted this tape to just really just, you know, just that, you know, just come in, just fuck shit up. I'm like, oh shit, we here. Like, look, coming down the block to march. I wanted it to sound like if you were in a car and you slapping and you marching down the block, you know, like that. Some trunk shit, you know, some bass shit. Chopping the sample up right now. really just do what I feel when it comes to the music, because, you know, really, you know, people really want your time, and that really can't be bought. And, you know, this music is my time. It's time invested, you know, so I can keep it all to my damn self for all I care, honestly, you know. But, you know, I fuck with everybody who fucks with it, and we gonna build and we gonna collab, you know, and all that, you know, when the time is right, you know. And everybody, real's gonna always recognize real, and we always gonna link, and it's always gonna be great every single time. Every single time it's gonna be great.